Welcome to Super Serious News with your anchors Brendan Estes, Timothy Harvey, Darius Smith, and your host Michael Abbott.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Super Serious News. I'm one of your hosts, Michael Abbott. We start with some local news from Tim Harvey.
Now on to local news. Following the Super Bowl, on Monday, February 5th, we had a few school closings around the Metro Detroit area. One of these being the Walled Lake School District, and we scored some bonus footage of Superintendent Kenneth Gutman talking with the meteorologist. Through this conversation, they bring to light a snow day scandal. A snow day scandal. Yeah. So how about that snow day tomorrow? I just need the okay from you.
It's not a good time right now, Ken. I got $200 on this football game, and whether or not you guys have a snow day tomorrow is the last thing I'm worried about.
$200 gonna be going to me. Fine, it's February. There's snow coming down. If the kids don't get a snow day, they're gonna think global warming's real. I'll take care of it. Screw that. 8 other schools closed. What's a meteorologist anyways? The guy owes me $200. Shocking, right? We also have some footage from a call between the two on Friday. This is very disturbing.
Just checking up, Ken. I think it's safe to call snow day tomorrow.
Way ahead of you, man. I've had moms grilling me about needing time to find babysitters and stuff.
Well, what the heck, man? What am I even good for?
Absolutely nothing. You're not good for anything. It just sounds more official when I have you on the phone talking to you instead of just calling it myself.
Well, as long as you had days to balance out the extra snow days we had, global warming definitely won't seem real. Thanks, Tim. Today I'm going to start with the explosion in South Korea. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The Olympics in South Korea. North Korea and South Korea, for the first time in history, have an integrated women's hockey team. The team recently lost to Sweden 3-1 in a practice match. After the game, I was able to talk to the head coach of the Korean hockey team, Sarah Murray. She told me that the team is determined to win the gold for the country, and they're as hungry as a Korean in a sweatshop to win their first game. In other news, the Jamaican bobsled team is back! Netflix showed their first time here at the Olympics, but now NBC will cover it without John Candy. Rest in peace. NBC is like biscuits without gravy without him. And make sure fans grab a Kirkland chocolate milk after getting off the slopes. It'll pick you up on a cold winter day. Enjoy the Olympics.
Thanks again, Darius. Now more about that school subject. Do Americans take school for granted? While Americans are fortunate enough to be able to go to school and get an education every single day, they lose sight to see how fortunate they really are. However, students on the other side of the world are making the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah, I'm here at Mosul, and it's like one of those firecrackers that you light up for the 4th of July, but these ones are not stopping. I'm telling you, Darius, this is non-stop. The fighting is continuous. The students who live here on the battlegrounds are actually taking bricks from the battles and using them to learn. These kids want an education so bad that they're taking the bricks from the battle and using them to do math problems on or even write on. So the Americans feel bad for destroying their homes and basically their whole entire childhood. So in return, they're giving them premium bricks that will hold up far better and are much easier to write on and don't hurt the kids' hands as much while writing on. Here's a word from one of the local ISIS fighters right now.
My friend, every day we roll into town and it goes boom, RPG into the house, boom, RPG into another house. And by the time we leave, there aren't any more house. So we just feel like giving the kids these bricks will really give them the opportunity to get an education. It's the least we could do. It's just for the kids.
No kidding, it's the least you could do. Thanks, General Akbar. But anyways, I don't think Americans take school for granted. Have you seen our public schools? They're dirty, outdated, and if I could describe them with one word, it would be awful. So if kids want to hate school, then so be it, because they have every reason to. Those kids in Mosul have it made. I just hope that our American kids can one day have the same opportunities that they do. Thanks. Back over to Darius with the closing statement.
Thanks, Brendan. That was truly a heartwarming story. Now we're going to shift over to Michael with the story of the American dad.
Hi folks, I'm Mike Abbott. Now an issue affecting all wives and children throughout the country, dads, and the way they behave and treat their families at home. Critics say that up to 98% of all dads nationwide depend on their spouses and children to tend to their needs as a reward for spending their whole day sitting at a computer. Health experts say that kids as young as 2 years old can perform that exact same task while at home. Local wives have complained to our sources that once their husbands get home, they can be, and I quote, as lazy as turds that won't come out. Once they take their seats at the kitchen table or on the couch, they won't leave until their bladders take charge. And once they start eating, they won't stop until their systems say otherwise. When you were kids, your mom probably taught you how to clean up after yourself. Well, your dad probably wasn't the best role model from the start. When your dad would ask you to rinse his bowl for him or to clear his dishes, just as someone would do for Queen Elizabeth II or Pope Francis, you'd often feel the tendency to say either no or do it yourself. Psychologists worldwide suggest that that is a very normal tendency and that it is very difficult to manage. Several teenagers in our society have often compared their dads to television icons including Homer Simpson, Murray Goldberg, or Ray Barone, without mentioning how annoyingly loquacious their wives may seem. In fact, several of our top experts say that husbands at home are being weighed down by the stress of the ongoing chit-chat of their wives and kids at night. But is it really their fault? The answer to that question is no. Several of our experts informed us that a dad's unattractive laziness has to do with them constantly trying to get out of having a family conversation so that they can finish their meal quicker and get to their beloved, long-missed man caves faster. And while they may not listen, they will often pretend to listen and agree with whatever their family is saying in an effort to avoid a fight and get to the TV faster. Take Mike Heck, for example, from the middle. As a quarry manager and a dad, he does all of these things that dads do that are very unattractive to both wives and children. Wives, if you have a problem with your husband, please feel free to share your story on clickondetroit.com, or better yet, call 1-800-SPEAK-UP in order to bring awareness to the issue of fatherhood and how we can reform and make better its name. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike, for that great story. I also just want to reach out to all of our fans for tuning in to Super Serious News. It really takes a lot of hard work from all the members here at Super Serious to put together this great news show. So everyone just have a great day and keep on keeping on, Walled Lake.